Y'all, I remember when, I ain't gonna say her name because she one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? But, I remember about 3 or 4 years ago, she had this image of 3 male empresses or emperors. And they were like, had tiger heads on them, but they were real muscular and shit. And they looked like, they were black, it was all different colors, it was like different colors and thing, I don't know. But I said, that was before I went through this shit like this. I said, damn, that shit in the yard and what the house they walked out of looked just like mine. I wonder can she find them shit. She older than a lot of y'all. I mean, she ain't that old. But she one of them that I said it's real about her cars and true about her cars. That's like an age group. Oh, I bet y'all can't hear me. That's like an age group. That's like an age group, y'all. I do my own hair, y'all. I got to. I ain't got no choice. I'm glad I went through this shit. Because I was out there spending money on shit that was... I ain't gonna say that because they kill people more than anybody, y'all. It really ain't the elite all the time, y'all. It really be your nearest neighbors, bro. It be your nearest grocery store, convenience store. You know what I'm saying? If you in the pockets of any man, that's one part on that Malcolm X movie I love the most. That's the only movie I don't watch more than one time. And I watch it through and through. But the best part on that movie was when that dude said, "Get your hand out my pocket." It was so much in that right there. People didn't get that, bro. I got that. And you know what? It was years ago when I seen that movie. And man, I'm telling y'all, something wrong. Something bad wrong. Something bad wrong. I think the earth, I don't think Revelation's supposed to be here right now. Know what? It's here, but it ain't here. I think it's like a gap or something wrong. I think something bad happened, bro. And I think people know what it is and people know who it is, but they trying to keep it quiet because they don't want to start no chaos in the world. Because when I found that out in my spirit, I was at peace with it. Almost as if I know for a fact. I think some shit happened, y'all. I think some shit happened, y'all. Damn. That's why we having glitches and shit. That's why we having these interferences. And it seems like they hear the time and the date seems off on this shit, bro. I'm telling you, because what wasn't real is now real. But anything your mind know is real to some extent. There's some truth behind every criticism. This is the only generation that started fabricating stuff. And see, that's another sign that something's out of order. See, it's one thing dealing with God and Satan, but it's another thing dealing with I'm just saying maybe a whole nother creator and a whole nother existence. And it's the reason why God works so hard, y'all. It's the reason why God do this. God ain't doing this for nothing. And that's one thing he told me when I died, because it was one of the questions I asked. I was like, what's the point of this? Is there any point in this? Like, is it a game or what? He told me the severity of it. He told me how serious it really is. But it ain't serious enough to be telling us. We don't have to know it. But we need to understand that the rules and regulation, any of them rules and regulations, all of them need to be followed. Because I done met people who will break rules in a devil book. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I done met people that can really, that will really bend the rules and got the power and got the means of doing it. You know, for real, I met some real geniuses people. And you know what? all those people retired at 24 years old. They were white though. That ain't had nothing to do. I'm saying the crime that we was in at the time. It was a white collar crime, and that shit was fun to me. That's really how I learned all my computer skills. But I remember I was looking at the dark web, and I seen some shit on there that was just so gruesome and grotesque. And I said, you know what? I'm out of here. Because even in hell, there's areas Satan himself don't want to hang out at. Just put it that way. Just put it that way. These is people these is God particles that was really screwed up. And that's energy that God is reserving. Because when God changed the world this time, I think He's going to delete that energy. And He's trying to because it's hard to delete energy. It's hard to get rid of energy. You got to go in there empty and deal with energy. And I think the Creator got to get with its higher self just to have it done. It's like one of those things you don't want to do because you got to go get a whole nother country to vouch for you. And anyway, he's wrapping it up though. He got the energy that I seen that he got in there now is beastie energy. Like Leviathan ain't even in there. He got energy in there to make Leviathan look like a butterfly. Like he said, I made the what's that thing? The mammoth. I think that's what he called the mammoth. But they didn't call it the mammoth. They called it something else. But that wasn't no mammoth. I can't remember. But the name is massive that he gave this thing. And that's like his dog. That's like his pet puppy, y'all. That's like his dog. Leviathan is his snake. I know for a fact Leviathan is a snake, because Leviathan, they play with Leviathan. I play with Leviathan. I can play with Leviathan. Like I think me and Jesus both got Leviathan pet. I just didn't want to say that shit, y'all, because that shit, I thought, God told me to say it then, but I felt like that was going to be absurd. But, because I experienced it, because God told me, it was like 3 things he didn't, out of everything I've been through in my life, it was 3 things, y'all, God did not know. And he purposely did that because he give us, each and every last one of us, our space to a degree. You get what I'm saying? But, and the only way he have to tap into that energy is if you done committed a crime that's absurd. And I'm one of them issues. Like, I didn't commit the crime, but the crime was committed against me. So he had to touch my energy, and he felt it. And I think that's kind of good for him because that's a way for him not to know everything. Because you got to think, if you God, you don't want to know everything all the time. That shit kind of get old. So I guess that's something that he did to trick his own mind like we do with drugs and shit. That's why I told y'all drugs won't get me. Because God taught me that when my parents put me out at 12 and he knew the circumstances of my body health and the way I was born. That's why I told y'all, all y'all gonna lose. Even the ones who said I was a drug addict. Because when you find out how I was using these drugs, you gonna cry. All y'all gonna cry. When you find out how I had to manipulate stuff. And God did this, y'all, because when I'm done with this story, he gonna prove to the whole world, thou shalt not judge.